Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel.
Hi guys, welcome back. Today we have a juicy breakdown of the latest drama unfolding in Port Charles. And trust me, you don't want to miss this one. If you thought things couldn't get more intense, buckle up, because Willow Corinthos is about to find herself at a serious crossroads. What started as a story of trust and devotion is unraveling into a tangled mess of deception, emotional manipulation, and old wounds resurfacing. If Willow isn't careful, she could be setting herself up for the ultimate heartbreak. So, let's dive in and dissect every layer of this shocking storyline. The illusion of love. Is Willow fooling herself? It all comes down to a decision that should have been easy, one based on trust, honesty, and love. But Willow's latest move? It feels more like an act of desperation than a genuine step forward in her relationship. Deciding to move in with Drew Quartermain might seem like the logical next step for a couple supposedly in sync. But is she truly in love? Or is she clinging to the idea of stability? The cracks in her trust have already begun to show. There's something unsettling about the way she's handling this. It's as if, deep down, she knows something isn't quite right but refuses to acknowledge it. Instead of stepping back and analyzing the situation rationally, she's charging full speed ahead, almost as if she's trying to outrun her doubts. We've seen this pattern before with Willow. She's no stranger to seeking out men who offer her a sense of security. From Harrison Chase to Michael Corinthos and now Drew, she has a history of falling for the hero type, the men who promise to protect her from the chaos of her own emotions. But is Drew truly her knight in shining armor? Or is he just another illusion she's forcing herself to believe in? Drew's deception. A lie that could change everything, of course. None of this uncertainty would exist if Drew hadn't put himself in hot water with his blatant dishonesty. If there's one thing Port Charles fans know, it's that the truth always has a way of coming out. And right now, Drew's house of cards is looking dangerously unstable. Let's rewind to the moment that set this whole spiral in motion. It happened at the PCPD, where the cops weren't just fishing for answers, they were hunting for the truth. And what did Drew do? He didn't flinch. He didn't hesitate. He lied straight to their faces. Jason Morgan was right there that night. He knows it. We know it. The whole town is starting to piece it together. But when the pressure was on, Drew chose deception over honesty. He stood his ground, claiming he was alone, effectively throwing Jason under the bus without a second thought. And Jason? Well, let's just say his reaction was priceless. His expression said it all: utter disbelief, betrayal, and maybe even a hint of anger. For a man like Jason, loyalty is everything, and seeing Drew twist the truth so easily had to sting. The question is, what's Drew's real game here? Is he trying to protect Jason, or is he covering for something even bigger? The moment Carly caught the lie, if there's one person you can't fool in Port Charles, it's Carly Spencer. She didn't miss a beat when Drew spewed his fabricated story. One look at Jason's reaction and she knew something wasn't adding up. And you better believe she wasn't about to let it slide. Carly wasted no time in planting the seed of doubt in Willow's mind. It was just a single, simple question, but it had the weight of a wrecking ball. Why would Jason lie about this? Boom. Just like that, Willow was left shaken. You could see it in her eyes, that flicker of uncertainty, that tiny crack in her faith in Drew. She may have brushed it off in the moment, but Carly's words hit their mark. The doubt had taken root, and once doubt creeps in, it's nearly impossible to ignore. But here's where things get even more complicated. Instead of stepping back and processing the situation logically, Willow did what she always does: she threw herself deeper into the fantasy. Rather than questioning Drew, rather than considering that Carly might be onto something, she made a bold move to reinforce the illusion. She decided to move in with him. It's almost as if she believes that by physically surrounding herself with Drew, she can drown out the nagging voice in her head telling her something is wrong. A pattern of vulnerability. Why Willow keeps falling for the wrong men. To truly understand why Willow is reacting this way, we need to dig into her past. This isn't just about Drew. This is about a lifelong pattern of searching for someone to save her. Willow has spent years trying to heal from the scars left by Henry Shiloh Archer and the Dawn of Day cult. That kind of manipulation doesn't just disappear, it lingers, shaping the way a person sees love, trust, and relationships. She spent so long looking for safety that she's willing to ignore glaring red flags just to maintain the illusion of it. That's why she fell for Chase. He was the noble cop who made her feel protected. That's why she clung to Michael. He was stable, reliable, and everything she thought she needed. And now Drew has stepped into that role. But here's the problem, Drew isn't the man she thinks he is. And now the mask is slipping. What happens next? Will Willow finally see the truth? So, where does this leave us? Willow is now living with a man whose lies are piling up fast. Carly is keeping a watchful eye, knowing that sooner or later the truth will blow up in Willow's face. And Jason? He won't take this betrayal lightly. The question isn't whether Willow will find out the truth. It's when and how much damage will be done by the time she finally opens her eyes. Will Drew be able to keep up his act, or will his past mistakes come back to haunt him? Will Willow continue to ignore her instincts, or will she finally break free from the cycle of deception? One thing is certain, this drama is just getting started. So, what do you guys think? Is Willow waking up to reality, or is she about to walk into even more heartbreak? Next, we're diving deep into the latest shocking twist in Port Charles, where Jason Morgan finds himself entangled in yet another paternity scandal. From unexpected alliances to explosive family drama, this storyline is packed with secrets, betrayals, and high-stakes maneuvering. Will Jason's history of stepping in as a surrogate father repeat itself, or will the truth shake up the lives of everyone involved? Let's break it all down. The Courtemain-Corinthos clash, a battle over bloodlines at first glance. Sasha's pregnancy should have been nothing more than a personal milestone, an intimate journey between her and the father of her child. But in Port Charles, nothing remains private for long, especially when a baby's lineage ties together some of the most powerful families in town. This child isn't just any baby. With roots in the Scorpio, Courtemain, Spencer, and Corinthos clans, the unborn child represents a rare intersection of legacies, wealth, and influence. For some, it's a beautiful blend of generations. But for others, it's a potential powder keg. The moment word spreads about the baby's heritage, there's no doubt that every family involved will have their own agenda. And standing in the middle of it all? Jason Morgan. Jason's unlikely role, a familiar act with higher stakes. If this feels like déjà vu, that's because it is. Longtime fans of General Hospital will recall how Jason once took on the role of father to Michael Corinthos back in 1997, hiding the truth about Michael's real father, A.J. Courtemain. At the time, his actions were a desperate attempt to protect Carly and shield Michael from a destructive environment. Now, history is repeating itself in a way no one saw coming. This time, however, Jason isn't stepping in to cover for his brother. He's stepping in for Michael himself. How did he end up in this situation? It all started with a misunderstanding, one that spiraled out of control before Jason even had a chance to correct it. How a simple mistake became a town-wide scandal. Cody Bell was the catalyst for everything. The moment he saw Sasha and Jason together, he jumped to conclusions and spread the news across town, wrongly assuming that Jason was the father of Sasha's baby. Under normal circumstances, the mistake could have been quickly corrected. But in the tangled world of Port Charles, things are never that simple. Michael had already made a shocking decision. He told Sasha that he was okay with keeping his role in the pregnancy a secret. His reasoning? He feared that revealing the truth would complicate his custody battle over Wiley and Amelia with Willow. Before Michael could take control of the narrative, fate intervened. A sudden and unforeseen turn of events left Michael incapacitated, unable to explain the situation or protect his secret. And in his absence, Jason, always the protector, stepped up to play the role of Sasha's supposed baby daddy. But here's the kicker. Even though Jason isn't the biological father, his own Courtemain bloodline makes him an undeniable force in this game of family politics. The ripple effect. How this will impact Willow, Carly, and Drew. The fallout from this lie could be monumental, especially for Willow. She and Michael are already navigating a crumbling marriage, and the revelation of this baby's true paternity could be the final nail in the coffin of their relationship. As if that weren't enough, Carly is sure to have her own strong opinions on the matter. After all, she was once in Sasha's position, desperately needing protection and a father figure for her child. But will she support Jason's involvement this time, or will she see it as another reckless decision that could destabilize their family? Meanwhile, Drew Quartermain is already battling his own demons. If the truth about Michael's role in the pregnancy surfaces, it could shake up his ongoing struggle against the Quartermains and add more chaos to his already turbulent dynamic with Carly and Willow. What's next? Can Jason hold the line, or will the truth explode? The real question now is, how long can Jason keep up the charade before the weight of the truth comes crashing down? We've seen Jason navigate difficult situations before. He's calculated, loyal, and fiercely protective of the people he cares about. But this time, he's not just shielding one person, he's inadvertently stepping into a war between families who will stop at nothing to protect their own interests. And let's not forget about Sasha. How will she handle being at the center of this storm? She may have accepted Jason's help for now, but as pressure mounts and more people start demanding answers, will she be able to keep up the act? There's no doubt that the storyline is just getting started. Secrets don't stay buried in Port Charles for long, and when the truth about this baby's father finally comes out, the consequences will be far-reaching. So, what do you guys think? Is Jason making the right call by stepping in, or is he setting himself up for another devastating fallout? Next, we're diving into the latest power play rocking Port Charles, one that could completely change the balance of power between the WSB, Sonny Corinthos, and Jason Morgan. WSB Chief Jack Brennan is playing a long game, and his latest moves are pulling both Jason and Jocelyn Jax into a deadly chess match. But is this really about Jason joining the WSB, or is it about stripping Sonny of his greatest weapon? Let's break it all down. Is Jason Morgan being forced into the WSB? At first glance, it looks like Jack Brennan is after Jason for his unique skill set, cool under pressure, lethal when needed, and fiercely loyal. That's what most people assumed when Jack started trying to recruit Jason months ago. But the deeper we dig, the clearer it becomes that Jack doesn't just want Jason for his abilities, he wants him out of Sonny's world. Think about it. Jason has been Sonny's most trusted right-hand man for years. His presence is what keeps Sonny's empire stable. If Jack can lure Jason away from Sonny, it would leave a power vacuum, a vulnerability that could bring the entire Corinthos operation crashing down. Suddenly, Jack's recruitment tactics seem less like an offer and more like a calculated strike against Sonny's empire. But Jason has never been easy to manipulate. He turned down Jack's offer time and time again, refusing to betray his loyalty to Sonny. So what does Jack do? He changes the game. If Jason won't walk away willingly, then Jack needs leverage, something or someone Jason won't abandon. Jocelyn Jax, from victim to bait in Jack's deadly game, enter Jocelyn. Jack's dirty hands are all over her current predicament, and it's nothing short of a masterstroke in manipulation. She thought she was making her own choices, but in reality, Jack had been steering her towards Cyrus Renault all along. It was Jack who helped clean up after Cyrus' murder. It was Jack who made sure Joss got out without suspicion. And it was Jack who planted Jason's hair at the crime scene, setting him up as the perfect fall guy. Joss may have believed Jack was saving her, but she was just a pawn used to tighten the noose around Jason's neck. Now Joss is trapped. She's in too deep to back out, and Jason is taking the heat for a crime she unknowingly helped cover up. Jack's move is clear. If Jason doesn't bend, he'll break under the weight of the case against him. Either way, Jack wins. But here's the real question, will it work? Would Jason ever walk away from Sonny? It's hard to imagine Jason willingly abandoning Sonny. Their bond has been tested time and time again, and Jason has never wavered in his loyalty. But what if he felt like he had no choice? If Jason believes that staying with Sonny would put Jocelyn in danger, would he make the ultimate sacrifice to protect her? Jack is banking on that. And honestly, Sonny might not even fight it. After all, Sonny has already been entertaining the idea of stepping away from organized crime. Maybe in some twisted way, Jack's plan actually aligns with Sonny's secret desires. If Jason is forced into the WSB to protect Joss and Sunny sees an opening to finally walk away, then Jack's mission would be accomplished without a single shot fired. What happens next? The pieces are all in place for a massive shakeup in Port Charles. If Jason takes the bait, the Corinthos Empire could collapse, leaving Sunny with no choice but to retire. If Jason fights back, he'll have to find a way to outmaneuver Jack Brennan before he's buried under a mountain of false charges. And Joss? She's stuck in the middle. Whether she realizes it or not, she's the key to everything. If she figures out the truth, will she have the strength to expose Jack's game, even if it means putting herself in the line of fire? One thing's for sure, this game isn't over yet. So, what do you guys think? Will Jason take the deal, or will he fight back? Is Jack Brennan's plan foolproof, or has he underestimated the strength of Sunny and Jason's bond?
Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.